I met our next inductee at Stanford last year, and I was so impressed with her story of giving and love and generosity. She flew in here from India to come here tonight. She is the Mother Teresa of jobs. She's an incredible lady, and I saw her also in Berkeley at a TED Talk that she gave. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Meera Shenoy. Congratulations, Meera.
Thank you, Mike. Who doesn't want to be happy? Good evening, everybody. Namaste. When I was 30 years old, my mother pulled out of the cupboard a yellow parchment paper with fading black ink. Meera, she told me, this is your life chart. In India, when babies are born, most parents note the exact timing. On the basis of that, the astrologers look at the stars during your birth, cast a chart which indicates the direction your life could be. My elder sister and I read mine and we laughed aloud. It said, she will do charity and make thousands of people happy. We laughed because at that time I was marketing luxury hotel rooms. So I took that paper, full of disbelief, folded it, and put it into my cupboard. But there was a part of me which was restless. My search was for my outer world to resonate with my inner voice. So I moved into business journalism. I moved into international television. I got my aha moment when I began working with underprivileged youth. Youth from villages, tribal youth, and now young men and women with disability in the organization which I founded, Youth for Jobs. I don't know if all of you know that globally, 1 out of every 7 are disabled. In India, the country where I live, the population of these are perhaps the highest because of the sheer size of our population. So we motivate these youth, we train these youth, and we do the last mile connect of putting them into jobs. We go to remote villages and tell the community, the parents, saying, send your young men and women to our training centers. We skill them and, we'll give them jobs. The village community shakes their head with disbelief. They say, a job for our useless disabled child when our healthy, non-disabled young men and women don't have jobs. We go to companies and we tell them, please hire. We, in fact, invite them to come and hire these youth. And when we do that, we tell them, don't hire because it's a nice thing to do, not out of sympathy, but do that because it's the right thing to do. These are loyal and productive workforce. In our training center, we give the youth all what they miss in life. We give them English, we give them a bit of computers because many of them have not seen a computer before. Difficult to believe, but that's what our villages are like. Grooming skills, interviewing skills. The day begins with yoga and inspirational songs. Then we give them industry-related skills like retail or hospitality because that's where the jobs lie. In 3 years, we've scaled from 1 state to 9 states, from 1 training center to 18 training centers. We've touched 100,000 households, trained 7,000 youth with disability, Thanks, Mike, for calling me the Mother Teresa of jobs. I love that expression. And 40% of them are the most vulnerable young girls with disability. Our vision is to touch 1 million households with the message that there is ability in disability. Friends often ask me, why do I do this when I could be with my husband in exotic Italy? The reason is that I'm convinced that every young man and woman whom we train and give a job comes out of poverty in a sustained manner. And that's a very powerful vision, let me tell you. We also believe that everyone, whether disabled or non-disabled, has potential, and our job is only to make this potential manifest, which is quite often latent. Of course, this work is not easy. I say it to you in a short time. It's very difficult. Our villages are remote. Young women with disabilities are kept hidden in their homes for us to reach them out to. And companies, especially first-time recruiters, tell us when they come to our training centers, jobs for these youth, but when they hire one, they always come back for more. So let me just tell you a little story. We put some of our speech and hearing impaired youth in the Google campus in Hyderabad, India, which is one of their largest campuses. These youth have taught the burly security guards sign language now. Recently, the supervisors tell me that they actually work hard, quickly finish their work, come early and ask for more work, most unusual in workers. Recently, a Bollywood film director went to the Google campus. There were over 500 of them waiting to shake his hand. He suddenly saw our youth speaking in sign language, and he walked up to them and asked for a photograph. Some of the young women have joined dance classes. The teacher tells me they dance to a rhythm, to music they cannot hear. And now we are doing a plan with them on how to step up this hiring of youth with disability. Now you may ask me, what happens actually to the young men and women? So let me tell you a story of Kameshwari, who's from a southern state village. She's speech and hearing impaired. Her father, a painter, died when he was painting the top of the roofs. She did her 12th grade with a great difficulty and was immediately married off. In India, many of the young women get married early. Immediately, she was married off to another young man who was speech and hearing impaired. Both of them sat at their homes. Every time they went to a company for jobs, the companies would look at their disability and tell them a loud NO. Both enrolled to the Youth for Jobs training centers. Today, she works in a multinational, in a facility center. He works in a shopping mall. Their annual income is in rupees 200,000, which is about at least 5 to 6 times more than an average wage earner in a village. She told me, we used to worry about our next meal. Today, we are sure our children will eat well, have a better health and better education. This is beyond our dreams. So you see, looking back, there was something in that paper perhaps which was true. The young men and women we work with are happy in their new independence. In fact, when I was leaving India, they did a dance to Pharrell Williams' Happy Song. The companies who come and hire from us are happy because they have a loyal and productive workforce, and they inspire the others around them who are not disabled. Governments are happy because we help them fulfill their sustainable development goal. and I and my team are happy with the blessings we receive, knowing very well that when we serve others, we nourish our own selves. Thank you.